Hi there, everyone. Greetings from Spain. I want to welcome you all again for this event, a new event of EDIBON. In this opportunity, we'll talk about uh, latest technologies in practical remote education and how this kind of tools can help you all these days, especially now that the concept of distance learning has changed a lot in order to meet the requirements of today way of teaching. If I can say that. You all are professional from, especially from 30-degree education sector, and you know exactly the challenges, the obstacles you have been facing. Teachers, professors, doctors, or even a simple student of technical education they have never worked so hard as this last two couple of years. This is what I really recognize the effort, and which has been amazing, huge. And thanks for you all. You have somehow we are reaching the goals that has been given to us. That's it. This is the idea, all right? Okay, my name is Francisco Baldo, and I am responsible for market development in Portuguese-speaking countries and some others of English language, Spanish language, but especially for Portuguese-speaking countries, okay? Um, Before saying anything, please check our chat and find out official email and telephone for any inquiry you may have. Our official email mentioned in our webpage, you can easily find them there. This information there is edibon@edibon.com. And our landline, our direct landline is +34, the international code of Spain, 91 619-9363. Okay, you can have all this information very explicit in our webpage, at EDIBON webpage. Okay, please check that out, and also our connections for social media. You can get a lot of information directly from there. As I said, our webinar today is for distance learning or technical distance learning, how that is possible. As I said, the concept has changed in the last couple of years. Those who has a little were not so keen on that. They have changed a lot, their concept, their perspective, their point of view about technical distance learning. So on page, I'm using two screens, okay? So I'm interacting with you by using two screens, but no worries. This is the agenda of today. We are going to basically talk about EDIBON and its brief history for those who don't know us yet. The second business lines, I'm going to give you an overview about that. Scada technology, Scada expansions, which I call or so-called accessories. This is a simple word for referring to our expansions. Okay, and number 5, or the main important point, is how EDIBON distance learning options and solutions can collaborate with your demands, requirements, and expectations from the end customer perspective. Okay, that's good. So at the end of this presentation, I will answer the main questions that can be asked through our chat. But in case yours has not been answered, do not worry, just email me through the edibon@edibon your inquiry, and I will be more than happy to provide you the information. I always like when people interchange with us and show some interest in our products and services. All right, good. Let's move ahead. Okay, the page, this is from page 3 to 7, you can see here the page 3 to 7. No worries, as you are going to receive both the presentation as this video, which is being recorded at this moment, for having both source of consultations or reference in the future. Okay, so you don't need to worry about details. You can check this later. And in this presentation you're going to receive, and just pay attention at the presentation, because you can get a lot of information from myself at this moment. Okay, so from page 3 to 7, I'll give you a brief history about EDIBON. Let's skip this at the first page and then we go to the next. Okay, no worries. As I said, that is very detailed. Okay, a brief history about EDIBON then. EDIBON is a family business with 100% Spanish capital, located in Madrid, Spain. This company design and manufacture teaching and research equipment or units, in addition to some other or some more specific goods and services. Okay, one of the main goals of this company is offering means and alternatives to strengthen and develop the appropriate technical training. This is very, very important. This is the reason of the existence of this company, offering means and alternatives to strengthen the develop the appropriate technical training, okay, at all levels required by the industry these days, or the today's industry. Okay, our company was born over 40 years ago due to a huge gap in the technical education area identified by the company's founder, Mr. Elias Bonilla. Unfortunately, this technical education gap between what the market wants, what the market needs, and what the institutions has been taught will always exist, as the industry just or simply reacts and adapts itself much faster than the technical center. This is a fact and will not change. Doesn't matter if you are in a developing country, if you are in Europe, if you are in Japan, in the United States, or any other developed countries. It simply doesn't matter. It's simply impossible to be in the same level of the industry. And so the reason, or what EDIBON intends to do, is reduce this gap between what requires the market and what's being taught. Okay, simple as that. Good. We export to more than 150 countries, and in terms of SCADA computer control units, we are a reference player in the world. Good. EDIBON is 100% autonomous and independent company. Another very interesting topic. By being 100% autonomous and independent company, we design and manufacture our own units, expansions, softwares, integrated systems, etc. Our technical solutions range from A to Z. All right. Both the installation of the equipment and the training of the staff at the end customer are carried out by EDIBON engineers or by trained engineers of our local partners. So the end customer do not get or doesn't get abandoned in this case. There is a very huge concern about this. I hear actually a lot this kind of issue in Africa, for example. We have many engineers from several areas hired by EDIBON itself. More than 90% of our workforce has technical backgrounds. We also offer 5-year factory warranty for any goods supplied and 15-year after-sales service for any spare part replacement. All right, 2 different kind of warranty that comes or that come or that go in every single unit supplier. Good. All these details you can find here in the presentation. No worries. Everything I said is explained in a different way by having the same context, the same idea in the presentation. Okay, I'm just giving you through by using another kind of approach, or try to make that simple for you. Okay, in this page, in the page 8, we're talking about EDIBON business line. There is a lot or much information in only this single page. Okay, we diversify our business into 9 lines, but today we will only talk about some of them. The most important for us is day-to-day business. They are small or medium businesses for which money is always available, regardless the source of the funds, So when the end customer has some money available to spend in acquisitions, or is asking us or to our distributors or representative some quotation for asking for funds in the following year. This is how, or this is the exactly how fit the concept of day-to-day business for us. Okay, projects is the number 2 I'd like to talk about. They are medium and large businesses for which money is always available too. But in this kind of business line, funds are usually offered by international organizations or organisms like the World Bank, European Union, UNESCO, UNIDO, African Development Bank, COICA, JICA, and in addition to others. Okay, there are many of them available, willing to funding specific projects for specific customers or not. Maybe the main end customer is the Ministry of Education, which is responsible in this case for share this fund according to the need of the country. All right. TKP projects, they are medium and large turnkey businesses financed mostly by a Spanish source of funds. This is the difference between the previous one projects and turnkey projects. In this case, a turnkey project is financed by or have as financer a Spanish source, usually the government. And this is also usually referred to an acquisition of complete Scada laboratories. In this kind of project, for example, the end customer does not spend a cent once the government of the country that's asking for funds pays the bill. This means the end customer, the university, the technical center, doesn't or don't need to spend any cent. The one in charge of having that or spending that is the government. Okay. Soft financing conditions for public technical institutions are highly interesting and favorable. A turnkey project, for those who doesn't know or don't know, for those who don't know, is a complete package of goods and services delivered by the seller, in this case, EDIBON. So EDIBON is in charge of delivering everything. The end customer doesn't need to worry about anything. This is the pure concept of turnkey project. Okay, ECL. We are going to talk about ECL later. I'm going to show you a video of ECL, a very good one in my opinion, which has been already uploaded in our YouTube channel, so you can have access or see this anytime you want later. Okay, ECL is the acronym for EDIBON Cloud Learning, which in other words is our technical distance learning. This is a platform. It's very important to understand. Today we are going to talk about 2 different tools of technical distance learning. The first one is ECL, which is a platform, a very not complex. This is I wouldn't like to make the word sound negative, but it's a very robust system, a platform that provides everything that the end customer needs for a proper technical distance learning. Once this is a platform, and the other one is the PLC HMI, an acronym for programmable logical controller and with human machine interface. But let's see this later. Firstly, we are going to take a look on ECL. Just a little introduction about this. Teaching or research units by using ECL, of course, can be operated from distance, from anywhere, or in any time, or at any time, by only using a device connected to internet. This is a very interesting option for a wide and massive technical education, as the ECL Master Center can be connected to other 100 centers more. Acquisitions for up to €1 million can be handled by EDIBON, and above that, other sources of financing can be used, such as TKP, for instance, the same one we seen before. Okay, so this is a very interesting option for a wide and massive technical education. Okay, this platform is recommended for massive technical education. If you have only a couple of students in your laboratory, we do not recommend that, because it's not the correct tool for this. Once your lab, by using our ECL, can run 24/7, just for having an idea. So if you are the administrator, if you are the person that is handling the system, if you are somehow responsible for the platform, you can program, you can schedule your classes for having 24/7 access. All right, good. Pilot plants and custom-made units. This kind of business line has been increasing a lot these days. I don't know exactly how. I don't know if this is because we have been promoting that more. I don't know if that is a specific demand from the market, but I can assure you we have been having much more inquiries of pilot plants and custom-made units compared to the past years. All right, and what that is exactly? Processing pilot plants allow training, research, and small production. I consider them mini factories. They can be sponsored by international organizations, respecting, of course, the due criteria for that. Of course, again, we also have enough expertise to develop any customer-made unit or equipment in any technical area. So if you are interested in having a specific pilot plant or custom-made unit, just send us your requirements. Let us take a look on that. Evaluate the process, evaluate a diagram or the information, the content of that, the design of this, or at least the contact. We need to know the process to be studied on that. Then we can give you a technical solution for that. Okay, good. This is our most important business line I'd like to emphasize today. Here at the upper right side of the slide, you can see some of our prestige customers, but just some of them. Every time I receive sometimes some contact, but what about my university? Isn't that so important? No, it's not that. We cannot put many here. This is just the first ones that came up to mind in that moment. So we decide to put this. Okay, but In terms of importance, of course, every single country has yours. In this case, we have considered Harvard University, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Charles Darwin University in Australia, but of course, there are much, much more. Okay, good. We also have many international quality certifications to meet any market requirement. So if you intend to release a tender or float a tender, and we need or you will require international quality certification, we simply have for our distributors, or especially for our distributor, to present in this tender when it's floated any kind of quality certifications or certification you may require. All right, good. Let's go to page 9 and talk about the engineering areas we work on. Okay, on page 9 we have we have our 14 areas, the areas that EDIBON work on, and which our around 4,000 equipment is splitted on, is distributed on. Okay, our product range is around 4,000 different units, teaching and research units, being 1,000 of them with SCADA. This is very, very important. If you consider our expansions or the accessories we are going to see, this range or the range goes up to more than 16 different units, which are available in these 14 areas, just like follows. Okay, physics number 1, the second one electronics, then communications, electricity. Number 5 is energy. The sub area renewable energies is inserted, is considered into the number 5 area, which is energy. All right, just take a look on this. If you have time today, I would like to just go to our website and have a quick look on this. Then we can, if you are not familiar with our website, I just would like to have a quick presentation about that, no more than 5 minutes. Okay, just to locate you and how can you find some information on that. Number 6 is mechatronics and compumechatronics, 7 mechanics, then fluid mechanics, thermodynamics and thermotechnics. Our area number 10 is process control, very important area, chemical engineering. Number 12, food and water technology, environment, number 13, and then biomedical engineering, which works along the our mechanical area with some our mechanics, our area of mechanics in many units. Okay, good. So far so good. That's good. All right, let's go now to EDIBON Scada technology. I will just give you an introduction about this. The presentation is very detailed, and I try to explain this in a very simple way. Just because the first time, maybe you do not catch that. So the idea here in this kind of event, this kind of webinar, is providing an idea, a general overview about the subject. And then if you are interested in any specific point, you can interact with us by sending some inquiries, questions, or anything that you want to discuss. Okay, the idea is present a philosophy and an idea, a general overview. EDIBON technology, EDIBON Scada technology, we will see this in the page from 10 to 16, but I'm just leave this in the page 10. It starts here actually, but you don't need to worry. As I said, everything is very detailed in the presentation. Okay, so no worries, just pay attention on what I'm about to to present to you. Okay, you don't need to worry in this moment with details. No worries, as everything can be found in the presentation. Okay, let's move forward. All EDIBON units are specially designed for the theoretical and practical studies. All units designed, manufactured, and quality controlled in-house simulate industrial processes on a laboratory scale. Those who are teachers, professors, or are somehow people, professionals that teach students know exactly what I mean. They allow students to learn the main or complete processes as well as the variables that take part of them, these processes. Many of these are computer control units and feature SCADA system. Okay, to understand the real potential of a computer control SCADA unit, we should know a little more about how SCADA technology works, or what EDIBON SCADA technology is. SCADA is a concept, industrial concept, which means supervision, control, and data acquisition of industrial processes. Every automated factory uses SCADA plus PLC in its industrial processes. More than 30 years ago, EDIBON brought to this application brought the application of this concept, the use of this concept to its good. So this is not new for us. We have been doing that for decades. SCADA is an industrial concept. It wasn't invented by EDIBON. We simply got the concept and brought to our equipment, okay, in order to be closer to the industry. Once the idea of this company, as I said before, is reduce the gap between what the industry needs and what's being taught, or in terms of technical education by universities or technical centers. All right, using a SCADA net, which is a local net, a system actually, computer controlled SCADA units can be shared with up to 30 students simultaneously. This means when you use this local net, and you have all these SCADA computer controller units interconnected, all these equipments can be used by the up to 30 students at the same time. This is very, very important. A kind of SCADA net is a kind of accessory, okay, or expansion. SCADA unit is a set of elements. I call that a set of elements that interchange inputs and outputs of signals. They are, I divide that in five elements. The unit itself, which is the number one, this first slide, you can see this, the unit, which you know as equipment, or so in the end, it's the unit itself, the sensor and actuators in the unit, control interface, very, very interesting, 42 SCADA software package. We are going to see this in the video of ECL. You're going to see the face. There will be it's like a sample, or you can see this when you are watching the video of SCADA of ECL. You can know exactly what a SCADA software is, because it's actually what's going to interact between professor, teachers or students. And number 5 is the data acquisition board, but let's talk about this during the presentation. Okay, control and interface. What does our sensors and actuators first? Sorry about that. According to the input sent to or by the user, the unit transmits back signals that will be interpreted, translated, and processed by the control interface. So the interface interchange information among the user or between the user and the equipment. All right, good. This is so the idea is transmits back signals. Control interface, for me, one of the most important one, along with the 42 package of software. Okay, converts what the control interface converts the signal sent by the sensors and actuators into precise information, free of interference in real time to the SCADA software. EDIBON has spent much money and time by developing the kind of control interface we have available today, which gives precise information free of any interference and in real time. All right. Data acquisition board is the number 3. One of this goes into the UCP of the computer, and this is one of the fastest on the market. It manages and records 200 kilo samples per second, or in other words, this means 200,000 information exchanged per second. All right, so you can just later get this information from the data acquisition board by recovering this or having access to that once everything is recorded. Okay, SCADA software along with the control interface, I consider these two ones the brain and the heart of a SCADA computer controlling unit. Through the computer, this SCADA software makes the real interaction among equipment, professor, and student. It graphically provides all the information processed by the control interface, always precise and in real time. This package of is composed by 42 different softwares distributed into 4 groups: supervision or supervisory, control, data acquisition, and data management, or control, data acquisition, and data management. These 4 like that. Just for information, all of them can be supplied in any language. So if you are in a small country, you have a local language, a specific local language that is usually the most common one, you can easily ask us for having this software translated into this local language or any other if that interests you. All right. Open control, what that is. It's the ability of adjust and change parameters or conditions involved in the experiments at any time during the entire process simulation. Very, very important. Multi-control means that the user has control over multiple parameters available and can view the information from all sensors simultaneously. Actually, you can follow up all the processes and having all the information in real time in a very precise way. All right. The system also operates in real-time control. In other words, the computer receives information from the unit extremely quickly, which results in instantaneous response. I know it's a lot of information, but no worries, you can get this directly from the presentation. As I said, this is just some other source of information by which I'm by using this, I try to give you or explain that by giving another perspective about the concept. Okay, EDIBON Scada expansions from page 17 to 27, but no worries, a lot of pages, but we are going to be quick on that. We are not going to enter into any details of this. I'm not going to give you specific details about that. The idea is just present As I said, philosophy, concepts, ideas, and so on. All right, good. Our we have our SCADA expansions are divided into 4 groups. You can see in this screen. Boys, I think I have not shared the presentation with you. No, I have my mistake and my bad, but no, I'm pretty sure you can see this. That's correct. That's correct. I thought it wasn't being shared with you, but it is. It is. Sorry about that. My mistake. Yeah? But I'm pretty sure you can see this now. Let's go back to this. The more the use of EDIBON expansions, which I humbly call them accessory. This is accessories to be used with the main unit, the main equipment, okay? The more the use of EDIBON expansions with SCADA units, the closer to the real industry will be the experimented on the process simulations, all right? This is very, very important. Expansions improve and boost the purpose of the equipment, which is simulating industrial processes. That's what our equipment do. Simulate industrial processes. The more the use of this kind of these expansions, the closer you are to the real industry. All right? Our 12 SCADA expansions are divided into 4 groups, as I said: industrial, pedagogical, multi-post, and advanced research. Industrial expansions, the first one of the groups, simulate real industrial processes. They are directly related to the 4.0 industry and the industrial Internet of Things. So if you are somehow related to this kind of stuff, please pay attention on the industrial expansions we have available to sell. All right, this can be this can really boost, improve the purpose of the equipment you are acquiring. Second one is pedagogical expansions. These are didactic software for class management and theoretical technical training according to the process to be studied. Real-time control by the teacher of what is being understood by the students, and besides that, the software content is editable. So we have many practical exercise to apply or exercise to be given to your students, but you can also add it. You can add more information about the software content. Okay, multi-post expansions. I like this a lot. Using these expansions, all units and accessories, including other SCADA expansions, can be shared with several students at the same time by using this kind of multi-post expansions. The SCADA net I told you before, that you can interconnect many SCADA equipments to be used by many students, is one of multi-post expansions. You can find this here in this slide. Okay, ECL is another. We classify that as another multi-post expansion. Okay, advanced research expansions. I don't know if there is any researcher connected at this event, but if you are one of them, please, I kindly ask you to take a very close look on our advanced research expansions, which allow SCADA software to be open for full control of the algorithms available. This means maximum performance of the technical potential of the equipment. Okay, there are a lot of information about expansions or our accessories, but for the moment I will give you only this one, but you can go to presentation and have many information about that. Okay, good. Let's go to our latest technology in practical remote education. I'm going to give you just a little introduction about that. It's what I really want to share with you is the videos that we have available that speak for themselves, all right, more than me. But anyway, I really would like to give you a little introduction about that. You can see here that much information are very detailed on that. Okay, good. And how can exactly EDIBON collaborate with your institution with our technology in practical remote education? Well, there is a need for skilled people in the market. According to the main international organization, demands for technical and vocational education and training, or the acronym TVET, are immediate, as well for engineering colleges, engineering careers, or especially engineering courses. Okay, not only that, not only TVET, but this is what the international organization are focusing on. But actually, they are giving attention more to that and more funds for that. But actually, we should not, we must not forget engineering as a course, as a career, or the college. I mean, every single course of engineer available in the market. Okay, all right. This is which for us as EDIBON works from the top to the bottom. Engineering, we are much more comfortable and familiar with engineering, as we have been dealing with that much longer than TVET, but actually work at all levels. Okay, industrialization in developing countries is a key point in every case. It always requires a higher level of technical training. When I say technical training, I mean the secondary, the professional and vocational, or TVET, and third degree or tertiary degree, which are the engineering itself. All right, good. I was talking about industrialization. Okay, in developing countries, this is a key point in every single case. It always requires a high level of technical training. Again, and due to our large experience and expertise, EDIBON is very able to provide that, as we have been doing that for over 40 years, designing and manufacturing, teaching, and research equipments. Okay, the higher is the technical training in engineering, for instance, that what I wanted to say before, the more is the using of SCADA expansions with PLC. This is a fact. The engineer or the engineering student that is going to face the market very soon, he or she must have contact with SCADA expansions and PLC. Otherwise, it will be a shock for him or her facing the reality in the market when he or she faces that properly. Okay? Industry requires equipment combined with philosophy. We offer several solutions, new technology, SCADA software, integrated system, SCADA expansions, everything that is related to that. I've already spoken about that, and etc. In addition, for a quick and constant scientific and technological advance, the market will certainly demand a high standard level of professional. This is a fact. Everything that's being said here is a fact. I know sometimes fundings budgets are somehow limited, but talk to us. Bring us your demands. Present us what you want, and let's work on that. Maybe we have a solution for this. Would like to spend your money in the in the best way as possible. So we have many suggestions for you, but for that we need to know your requirements. Just email us and I'll be more than happy, me and my colleagues, to giving you some ideas, suggestions, quotations, and anything you need to take a very good decision. Okay, so EDIBON plays a very or that's when EDIBON plays its role by providing advanced and modern means for a proper technical training. This is what EDIBON does. It provides advanced and modern means for a proper technical training. Okay? Along with hundreds, actually thousands different teaching units, both EDIBON technical distance learning tools are easily identified as ECL or PLC HMI in our website. All right? Okay, good. Gentlemen, let me give you, in 2 minutes, we are going to our, let me exit this. All right, good. In 2 minutes, we are going to see our ECL video, which is already uploaded in our YouTube channel, okay? So just for remind you that, what is EDIBON Cloud Learning then? A little introduction and we go to the video, okay? ECL, please pay attention on this. This is very, very important. Just a few words about this, but very, very important. ECL is a powerful technical distance learning platform. It's very important you understand this is a platform. It is highly recommended for massive range and use once the lab may run 24/7 or the labs may run 24/7. All right? The main lab or center is amazingly able to be connected to another or to 100 other different satellites labs. So it fits another 100 centers more. The main lab, the equipments in the main lab, due to the technology, is able to feed with information, share these equipments with another 100 different satellite labs. Okay, this means an incredible cost reduction per student. It's very important you understand this. It's like having, I like a lot using analogies. So it's like having a plate of food and you can share that. It's a quite expensive plate, but you can share that with everyone you want to. Okay, just to understand the concept. Let's go to the video now. I'd like to show you the video of EDIBON Cloud Learning, which is a 7 minutes long video, and then we go back to PLC HMI. Okay, let's go to this, and I talk to you again in 7 minutes.
The goal of this demonstration is to control an EDIBON technical teaching unit from anywhere by using a device with internet connection. We are watching SCADA application for UCP unit. The SCADA application is running locally and it is gathering the values from sensors and controlling system processes. ECL, EDIBON Cloud Learning, is an easy-to-use platform. You can log in and check the task related to the unit. Next, the browser will load the SCADA application as web format. As you can see, ECL allows to run the application remotely and to watch the unit in real time. Several cameras will provide views, so you can watch the whole unit or an important part of it. ECL gives you the ability to control the actuators from your browser. For example, to set a value to an analog actuator AVP1, a proportional valve, or change the digital actuator state AB1, a pump. You can observe how the water is falling down in the tank and how ECL applies this action to SCADA application remotely. The pump is stopped, so the water is not falling down yet, and other elements could be activated and deactivated, like the stirrer. Any hardware can be controlled, and it is possible to appreciate how they are controlled in real time. Important control algorithms can be carried out, like PID. For example, the level of the tank. It is important to notice that ECL provides a bidirectional communication. Any user action on the local SCADA application is reflected on the browser too. Set points and process variables for the PID control are displayed on time charts. The actuation is increasing rapidly if we observe the proportional valve AVP1. To observe better the PID control, the valve AVS1 is open. Therefore, the tank will empty as we try to reach the established set point of the water level. In order to reach the set point faster, half of the tank will be filled, closing manually the leveling valve. As the system includes several cameras, it is possible to change the view among them and watch if the process is behaving as we expect. If you observe the graph or the level of the tank, you will see that the set point is being reached. Once the set point is reached, the proportional valve AVP1 is decreasing steadily and it will reach zero value in order to keep the desired set point. If there is an overshoot in the action, it causes that the level of the tank goes beyond the established set point. Such effect can be minimized adjusting the PID gains, although the PID control will manage to stabilize it. The desired water level has already been reached, and the PID control is keeping that level, actuating on AVP1 valve, increasing and decreasing the water flow. Once the experiment finishes, it is time to quit the SCADA application and apply stop conditions to the UCP unit. so actuators and sensors are initialized. The SCADA application is stopped. We can check it if we switch to the local SCADA application. To summarize, ECL provides you a real cloud learning solution to access EDIBON units, control hardware, read values from sensor, manage the users, and assign tasks. You only need a web browser and internet connection.
Okay, gentlemen, I suppose you have seen the screen of a SCADA computer control unit and what it can provide, what it can gives you, okay? A very important thing to mention here is this unit could be anywhere. For example, in Brazil, and the teacher in Australia and the students in Japan, for example, we could operate. The reason or the idea of this platform is operating the unit independently where it is. Okay, the unit you are seeing here is a real one. It's not a picture. Many people ask us, but this is only a picture of the unit, or I can see that operating by itself. You can real operate the unit or using the unit, the equipment is real, and by using the platform, you can do that remotely. Okay, I'm going to show you another video for PLC HMI, our remote control and monitoring using human-machine interface. And the difference between these ones is, compared to ECL, this is a low-cost technical distance learning solution. PLC HMI is a touchscreen device. This is a device. PLC HMI is not a platform. This is a device which works along with PLC expansion. Lo sé. So, which works along with a PLC expansions. By using this, both students and teacher can control the connected equipment remotely from anywhere. That's the idea as well, ECL. The option has already been launched, or this option has already been launched and is being reviewed by and improved for fitting market requirements. This is a new brand device which we have been improving these late months by having a final and updated solution for that. Okay, let me just giving you this video of a PLC HMI, and then we go back for some comments more. Okay, just a moment on this. All right, let's play that.
Programmable logic controllers, PLCs, have multiple advantages over other control systems, including flexibility, low-cost operational speed, reliability, and easy programming, which, together with HMI technology, can be used to monitor and control locally and/or remotely any process in Industries 4.0. For this reason, EDIBON has designed the PLC HMI expansion to work with any other unit from EDIBON's product range, offering several configurations available within the expansion itself that allow us to adapt to each of our customers' requirements in a customized way. To understand clearly the functionality of this expansion, in this video we are going to use this exciting technology with our computer-controlled desktop cooling tower, TTEC. To understand these modes of operation, we will use the expansion in local mode first and then in remote mode. In local mode, this expansion offers the possibility of managing from HMI, mobile, tablet, or PC, providing an affordable, complete, and efficient solution to the user, being able to use it simultaneously from several devices thanks to the local network created through a router. The PLC fulfills industrial requirements and supports extreme working conditions, which adds enormous robustness to the system and gives high reliability to the measurements acquired from the hardware. With its touchscreen, PLC HMI TS HMI, the user interacts with the processes and variables through the software. The HMI software will be used to achieve the monitoring of SCADA systems connected to the same local network without the requirement of an internet connection. The expansion can also be used from smart devices such as smartphones, tablets, etc. In remote mode, the PLC HMI expansion is a user-friendly, flexible, and easily expandable system that also provides remote viewing and control as if we were in the laboratory itself. In addition, high-quality and versatile cameras are used to change angles to look at objects above and below the camera and to zoom in and out, allowing full monitoring and visualization of the entire process. For the management and online access of users, the application works with a platform used in the industry and which we have adapted for didactic and research use, so we offer a first introduction to the existing technologies within the industry itself. The recorded data can be exported, traced, and post-processed by different software applications such as Excel, MATLAB, Python, etc., offering the user the possibility to treat, analyze, and work with the collected data later, both locally and remotely. The software application designed for the PLC HMI contains indicators, actuators, waveform graphs, among many other options, to represent trends, display sensor values, and manipulate hardware elements in real time. In addition, a VPN connection to the hardware part is established and is therefore totally secure. With this expansion, the unit can be controlled and monitored in real time, at any time, and in any place remotely or by several users locally. For all these reasons, PLC HMI expansion by EDIBON is the perfect choice for professors, researchers, and students for both local and remote use. This expansion is already available in many centers of excellence around the world. Contact us for references.
Gentlemen, there is, I hope you have seen this, but if somehow you have lost something, actually not lost, if you have missed any information about this, you don't need to worry, as you are going to receive both the presentation, this video recorded. These two videos are available already in our YouTube channel, okay, so you can have access to that. It's very important. I know it's a lot of information, but the idea was just giving you an overview about the philosophy of EDIBON for those who don't know us. There are many questions asked in our chat, and my colleague Fernando has been answering most of them, okay? We would like to give special attention, special treatment. We'd like to, in other words, we would like to interact with you in a more directly way. So if any of this contact here has interested you, please send us an email. You can find this in our chat, but it's edibon@edibon.com. And you can also find all this information in our website, which we will not have time to go through that, unfortunately. But www.edibon.com, you can have both contact details on this, our social media. Everything you need from the technical perspective is available there. Our 14 technical areas disposed in the right side of the screen. Just go that and get back to us. I really hope you get back to us with some inquiries. There are many people asking for representatives. Many people from developing countries ask the tool or this kind of tool do interests me or do interest me, but I do not have enough funds. What I always recommend is always look for international organizations and ask for what kind of fund or money they have available to spend in technical education. I always recommend that to my representative. So if you are a end customer, please do that as well. One thing that you will surely ask is a very good project for financing that or for giving funds or money for that. We can do that as well. EDIBON can provide a very good project which will support you by having the money. Do not worry about that. But firstly, we need your demand. We need to understand, to know what exactly you want for your engineering college, for your engineering lab, or for your technical center, for your professional and vocational technical center, anything like that. Once you understood what you really want, we can provide or assist and provide you all the information you need, okay? For me, gentlemen, I really would like to spend a couple of hours more by discussing every single question that have been made, but unfortunately, we have run out of time. So I do encourage you to send us the questions, as I'd like to give you special attention for you by understanding that a little more and providing a satisfactory answer for your inquiry, okay? From my side, I really appreciate your attending here. I see you again within 3 weeks. We will be performing another webinar. I really do not recall now the subject. We have been managing many, but it really doesn't matter. The important thing is that within 3 weeks, then again 3 weeks, each 3 weeks we are going to perform webinars in English and in Spanish for providing you or sharing all the information about EDIBON from the goods and services perspective, okay? From my side again, really appreciate your attendance and send us your inquiries. We'll be more than happy to answer that, okay? www.edibon.com and send us your requirements as we really would like to work together with you. See you again next time. Have a very good day. Bye-bye.